Nobody in Huntsville saw this coming. Not like this. People thought the drama between Martell Holt and Arionne Curry had finally cooled down. Fans believed the worst had already happened after the cheating allegations, the painful divorce, and years of public embarrassment. But then, Tasha K stepped into the conversation and turned the entire internet upside down.
That I lost respect for Martell, it was simply because he took a video of his wife in an intimate moment and then threatened to use this video.
What video, bro? Hold on, why are you saying that? What video?
This is why
Marcel, what video are you speaking about? Because I haven't seen a video. Have you? What video are you talking about?
I haven't seen it.
Well, stop speaking on you don't know.
What kind of man would I be that with my daughters and with my wife to say, yeah, I have a friend who made a video with his wife and then he threatened to put it out there and he tried to because it came to us before and I didn't know it was true.
The video came to you before or
no,
the information?
Where's the video?
The information came to us to try to do it. Then Mel and I talked about it and she confirmed it. At that point right there, I knew it was true.
Where's the video? Where's it at?
Family, when I tell you the streets started talking, I mean everybody had something to say. Phones were blowing up, blogs were reposting clips, social media timelines turned into war zones overnight. Because according to Tasha K, the story people thought they knew was only the surface. Underneath the polished interviews, staged smiles, and social media captions was a deeper mess filled with betrayal, resentment, secrets, and emotional destruction. And what made this even crazier was the timing. Just when it looked like everybody involved was trying to move on, Tasha K came through with claims that reopened old wounds and exposed new ones nobody expected. Suddenly, fans weren't just talking about cheating anymore. They were talking about manipulation, hidden tension, loyalty problems, and the emotional fallout of choices that destroyed an entire family. But here's the twist. The more Tasha talked, the more people started realizing that this wasn't just reality TV drama. This was real pain, real heartbreak, real consequences. And now people are wondering if the truth behind Martell and Arionne's relationship is even darker than anyone imagined. Because family, once secrets start leaking, they rarely stop at just one. To really understand why this situation exploded the way it did, you have to go back to the beginning, before the headlines, before the lives and interviews, before the messy internet debates turned Huntsville into a battlefield. There was a time when Martell Holt and Melody Shari looked like the perfect couple. On television, they seemed successful, polished, and untouchable. They had the beautiful home, the growing businesses, the smiling children, and the chemistry that made fans root for them. To the outside world, they represented Black excellence, ambition, and family. But behind closed doors, things were already breaking apart. Melody later opened up about the emotional pain she experienced during their marriage. She spoke about disrespect, cheating, lies, and the exhaustion that comes from constantly trying to save a relationship while the other person keeps destroying you over and over again. That's where Arionne Curry entered the picture. At first, many fans believed she was just another rumor, another side story. But as time passed, it became clear that this relationship between Martell and Arionne wasn't temporary. It had history, it had emotion attached to it. And according to everything that later came out publicly, it lasted for years while Martell was still married. The internet immediately chose sides. Some people blamed Martell completely, saying he destroyed his household through selfish choices. Others dragged Arionne, accusing her of participating in the downfall of a marriage. And then there were people who simply felt sorry for Melody, because every new revelation seemed to reopen her wounds publicly. What made the situation even more painful was how public it became. Arguments played out online, interviews fueled more gossip, cryptic posts kept fans investigating every detail. Instead of fading away quietly, the drama kept growing bigger. And family, the deeper the story got, the uglier it became. Because this wasn't just about romance anymore. It became about pride, ego, public humiliation, control, and the need for validation. People started noticing how often Arionne seemed connected to the ongoing chaos. Fans analyzed every social media post, every interview, every comment section argument. Meanwhile, Martell kept trying to balance his image while facing criticism from almost every direction. But what nobody expected was for Tasha K to step in and pour gasoline on a fire that was already burning out of control. The moment Tasha K started speaking on the situation, social media froze. Because whether people love her or hate her, one thing everybody knows is this: when Tasha K talks, people listen. And family, she did not hold back. According to the explosive claims she discussed, the relationship between Martell and Arionne has allegedly been far more toxic behind the scenes than the public realized. Not just messy, toxic, emotional chaos, constant tension, power struggles, hurt feelings, secret resentment. The kind of relationship where love and destruction start looking like the same thing. What nobody expected was how detailed the conversation became. Tasha painted a picture of two people trapped in a cycle they couldn't escape. 1 minute connected emotionally, the next minute tearing each other apart. She hinted at arguments, broken trust, emotional games, and pressure building behind closed doors for years. And family, here's where people really started clutching their phones. Tasha suggested that Arionne may have been holding on to receipts the entire time. Screenshots, messages, information, stories, allegedly keeping evidence in case things ever completely fell apart between Martell and Arionne. Now, imagine hearing that after all these years. Suddenly, fans started looking at everything differently. Every cryptic post Arionne made suddenly felt suspicious. Every awkward interview clip started getting replayed online. People began asking themselves if this relationship was secretly hanging together by threads the entire time. But here's the twist nobody saw coming. The internet started realizing that Martell may not just be dealing with public backlash anymore. He may be dealing with fear. Fear that somebody who knows all his secrets could eventually expose everything. And family, history has shown us something dangerous. When relationships are built through secrecy, they often collapse through exposure.
The more Tasha K talked, the more intense the conversation became. She hinted that emotional frustration had allegedly been building for years behind the scenes. Arionne reportedly grew tired of being hidden, criticized, and blamed publicly while carrying a relationship that constantly made her the villain online. Now, whether people agree with her choices or not, that kind of pressure changes people. Imagine living under nonstop judgment. Imagine waking up every day to strangers dragging your name online. Imagine being connected to a man whose public image keeps collapsing while your own reputation gets destroyed beside his. That pressure eventually turns into anger. And according to the rumors Tasha discussed, that anger may now be reaching dangerous levels. Family, social media users immediately started speculating about what could happen next. Would private conversations leak? Would old stories resurface? Would somebody finally decide to stop protecting secrets? Because once somebody feels embarrassed long enough, silence becomes harder to maintain. Meanwhile, people also started revisiting Melody's old interviews with fresh eyes. Fans began saying that maybe she had been telling the truth all along. Maybe the cheating wasn't just a mistake. Maybe it was a pattern, a lifestyle, a cycle of choices that eventually destroyed everything around it. And honestly, that realization hit people hard. Because viewers watched Melody cry on television. They watched her try to keep her family together. They watched her fight for respect while carrying emotional pain publicly. At times, people even accused her of being dramatic, but now, many fans feel like the internet owes her an apology. But family, the story gets even deeper. Tasha K also hinted at financial and image pressures happening quietly behind the scenes. And if there's one thing celebrities fear, it's losing control of their public image. Because once the audience stops believing the performance, the entire brand starts shaking. That's what makes this situation feel so dangerous right now. Martell spent years trying to maintain the image of success, confidence, and charm. But scandal after scandal chipped away at that image. Every interview, every accusation, every social media debate added another crack. And now people are wondering whether the foundation is finally collapsing completely. What makes this even tragic is the irony of it all. Martell allegedly risked his marriage, his reputation, and the stability of his family for a relationship that now appears filled with tension and distrust. That's the part that really shook people emotionally. Because the very situation he chose over his marriage could eventually become the thing that destroys what remains of his public image. Family, that's painful. And somewhere in the middle of all this chaos are children watching adults self-destruct publicly. That's the part people often forget. When scandals trend online, kids still have to live with the consequences offline. They still hear conversations, they still see headlines, they still carry emotional confusion while adults battle each other publicly. And that emotional damage doesn't disappear overnight. The internet may move on to another scandal tomorrow, but families live with these wounds for years. That's why this story feels heavier than regular gossip. Because beneath the blogs and viral clips are real people carrying real emotional scars. Melody had to rebuild her life publicly while protecting her peace at the same time. Imagine how difficult that is. Smiling through interviews while privately healing from betrayal. Raising children while your personal heartbreak becomes entertainment for strangers online. That kind of pain changes a person forever. And for Arionne, the emotional cost appears heavy too. No matter what people think about the situation, nobody escapes a toxic cycle untouched. Being constantly criticized, blamed, and discussed online can emotionally drain anybody over time.
Then there's Martell himself. Because despite all the confidence he shows publicly, people are starting to notice the cracks, the pressure, the frustration, the exhaustion of constantly defending yourself while public opinion keeps shifting against you. And family, when somebody spends years trying to control chaos they created themselves, eventually the chaos starts controlling them. That's what this situation feels like now. A storm growing larger by the day, a truth getting harder to contain, a group of people trapped in consequences that refuse to disappear. But here's the part that really left the internet speechless. Tasha K hinted that there may still be secrets nobody knows yet. Family, that sentence alone sent social media into detective mode, because if everything already revealed was this messy, people started wondering how much worse the hidden truth could really be. And honestly, silence can sometimes be louder than words. The pauses in interviews, the cryptic captions, the nervous laughter, the sudden mood shifts during conversations. Fans started analyzing everything differently after Tasha spoke out. Because people believe somebody knows more, somebody is holding on to information, and if those secrets ever fully come out, this entire story could explode in a way nobody is prepared for. That's the scary part about betrayal. It rarely ends cleanly. It spreads, it damages trust, it changes relationships permanently, and eventually it forces everybody involved to face uncomfortable truths. As this entire situation continues unfolding online, one thing has become painfully clear. nobody really won. Not the family that broke apart, not the relationship built through scandal, not the people defending themselves daily online. Everybody lost something: trust, peace, stability, privacy, reputation. And family, that's what makes this story hit differently. Because underneath all the internet drama is a warning about choices, consequences, and emotional destruction. A reminder that secrets eventually surface. A reminder that relationships built on betrayal often collapse under the same pressure that created them. Now, people are sitting back, watching, waiting, wondering what happens next. Will more secrets leak? Will somebody finally tell the whole truth? Will old wounds reopen even deeper? Or will everybody involved finally walk away from the chaos before more damage gets done? The scary thing is, nobody knows, and that uncertainty is exactly why the internet cannot stop talking about this story. Because this doesn't feel finished, it feels like the calm before another explosion. And family, if this situation teaches us anything, it's that fame cannot protect people from consequences. Money cannot erase emotional damage, and no amount of social media posts can hide pain forever. At some point, the truth always demands to be seen. Maybe that truth arrives through interviews. Maybe it comes through leaked messages. Maybe it appears through silence itself. But one way or another, unresolved pain eventually finds a voice. Right now, everybody involved is standing in the middle of a storm they helped create, and the internet is watching every move, every post, every interview, waiting to see who breaks first. But here's the deepest part of all this. Beyond the gossip, beyond the trending topics, beyond the viral conversations, there are human beings carrying emotional scars that may never fully heal. That's why this story feels bigger than entertainment. It's about broken trust. It's about pride destroying families. It's about people ignoring warning signs until everything collapses. And it's about how betrayal has a way of circling back when people least expect it. So as the internet keeps buzzing and new rumors continue spreading, one question still hangs over Huntsville like a dark cloud. What happens when the final secret finally comes out? Because family, something tells me this story is far from over. The storm hasn't passed. If anything, it's only getting started.